doing good enough.
Hey, happy Monday.
We're alive.
So we got Robbie, we got John. So Robbie, you've got to be happy, I guess.
Oh, before we get this out there, Jay, how you feeling, man? Wasn't Jay feeling under the weather?
Yeah, it doesn't sound much better.
Jay, I hope you're feeling all right, man.
I'm good. I still got the cough and the throat's still a little scratchy, but I think I'm almost at the end of it.
Oh, it's cool. Girls love that gravelly voice, man. It'll be all good.
Do they know what you have?
No, man. Just Sean brought something home from somebody else, and it just got me. Well, she had a sinus infection, but we were all sick in a different way.
Weeks, dude.
Yeah.
Why do I have a feeling it's a T-virus? And Jenna is doing one of those scenes where she's loading up for Bear, you know what I mean? Where she's doing like the bullets and the ammo and everything. And she's getting ready for Red-Eyed Jay to come in and say, I'm not feeling so great. Yeah, I know, man. I've played this game. I know.
I'm not feeling so good, Mr. Stark. He just, yeah, that'd be terrible. Jay, I hope you feel better, man. It sucks to be sick. And it sucks to have to work while you're sick too, you know, but luckily you have a gig where you can. So that's super cool. Yeah, dude, I'm on cloud 9, y'all. Like I just got back from Scarefest, just met a lot of cool people, had a great time. Yeah, it was awesome. It was super, super fun. And now I'm back at it, ready to go.
Is that the con near you?
It's in Lexington, Kentucky, which is about like 4.5 hours away. It's like a 4.5 hour, 5 hour drive.
I was just saying, did you drive or did you take a flight?
Oh, I drove.
Okay. Oh, just because everyone I talk to now, like flights are like dicey.
Yeah, I wouldn't take a flight.
You know, between I guess an air traffic controller thing, and then the airlines don't have their stuff together.
Yeah,
well, it's way
you got air traffic controllers who are working very stressful jobs and aren't getting paid. Yeah, I don't want this guy handling my future. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also like it's way cheaper just to drive up there, and driving from Alabama through Tennessee into Kentucky in October, every October is actually a wonderful experience because it's beautiful. Unfortunately, though, yesterday
but I listen to Old Gods of Appalachia. I'm uncomfortable being on those roads, man. That's a creepy podcast, man. I'll tell you right now. Much respect to the people who live there, but
it's pretty, and it's always nice because the leaves are in the very beginning stages of changing over to fall like colors and stuff, and it's very pretty. And the unfortunate thing was that getting there, what should have been a 4.5 hour drive turned into like about a 6.5 hour drive because traffic was terrible in multiple places. By the way, Kentucky, beautiful state, go Wildcats. I love bourbon, all that stuff. The home of Scarefest, Lexington is a wonderful place to visit. It's a great town. Kentucky has the worst roads, and they're always doing construction. So what are they constructing? They're like you would think with all of the construction on the roads in Kentucky that the roads would be good, but they're not. It's terrible. However, it's beautiful and scenic. But I had a great time, man. Great weekend.
Yeah, I saw all the pics on Facebook.
You might have known some of those people, right? You might have recognized some of them. Yeah.
So it sounds like you had a great time.
I had a great time. The biggest one, of course, is that I met
home of the fictional Camden County.
I met one of the modern Mount Rushmores of horror icons, Robert Englund, aka Freddy Krueger. So there you go, right there.
God, he got old.
Yeah. Who are you talking about, Robert or Robbie?
Robert, but Robbie doesn't look like no spring chicken either.
What? You know what's really cool is Robert Englund is getting his Hollywood Walk of Fame star on Halloween this year. Yeah,
nice. I did not know that. Very cool.
He is an amazing. He's an amazing guy. Right before I sold out of Dead Slug Coffee, they did Robert Englund, like the high caffeine stay awake coffee.
Yeah, I thought you mentioned that.
Yeah, we got to speak on Zoom a couple times. He is a very cool dude. He is, he's aware of who he is. And I like that because some of the other celebrities we talk to, they almost like feigned sort of oh, no, it's, we're happy to talk to you. I'm like, dude, I'm nobody. You're not happy to talk to me. You're just being polite. Cassandra was that way too. Cassandra knows she's a liar. She's very nice to talk to, but she's aware of the fact that,
right.
She's an icon, and rightfully so. Rightfully so.
All right. So let's see. Shout outs, first and foremost, of course.
We have like a star-studded cast in the stream. Did you see that?
Do we? What do you mean?
We have comic book creators, artists in the stream.
All right. So let's see. Preston, what's going on? Space Case. How are you, sir? Marcus, as always. CJ, Unknown. What's happening, guys? Triple B. Let's see. Who did I miss? Tracy Medina. What's happening? Yeah, CJ, they beat up your Washington pretty bad last night. It's Dallas.
Talking about the Cowboys game?
Yeah.
Bruh, I'm tired of this tale of two teams, man. Like, this is a bipolar football team, bruh. Like what's going on? Like, yesterday, the Cowboys looked amazing against the Commanders. Like, I don't understand it. I still have no faith. So, there you go.
Well,
but they look great.
I can understand that, but your offense has been fine all season.
Yeah, and yesterday, the defense actually looked good yesterday. I was really surprised they kept the team to under 40 points.
Yeah,
so
but Washington's running game is suspected at best.
I know I'm old, but I remember when keeping a team under 40 points wasn't noteworthy. I love that, Jay. Robbie, No Faith Bills. That's like an album cover name.
Oh, we'll take the win. I'm sure your Eagles are gonna. Did y'all won, right? Yeah, you'll take the win.
Yeah. Jalen finally looked good. The defense still looked like crap.
Yeah, I did when I was at the hotel on Thursday night. I caught the end of that Steelers and Bengals game. That was exciting. That was really cool. That seemed like a cool game.
I'll tell you what was exciting: the Giants game against Denver.
Yeah, the Browns or the Broncos. I heard about that. Like the Giants jumped ahead, and then like all of a sudden, like it was just like do or something, and the Browns won, right? Or the Broncos won, right?
Broncos won. They put up 33 points in the fourth quarter.
It was fourth quarter. That was insane.
That was amazing.
The Giants were walking away with that game with like 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and you're like, people were shutting it off.
That kid, Jason Dart, has injected a new energy to the Giants. But Brian Dable, why he still has a job, I have no idea. Okay, that guy will find a way to lose. Every single week, he will find a way to lose. That poor kid was so demoralized after that. I mean, when have you heard this happening? 33 points in one quarter.
I hate to say it, but you know what this becomes a case of? As the owner or the GM, you look at the fact the coach is hurting the player, and we might have more invested in the player than the coach.
Yeah, you're right. I stand corrected.
Sorry about that. Like, you get to a point now where with the right coach, this kid can be somebody.
He is somebody. He's their franchise.
People forget. Everybody thinks John Elway started as a golden boy. Elway's first coach was awful. It wasn't until they made significant changes and the owner said,
it was sad to watch.
Yeah, the owner said, look, Elway is the business. Quit screwing around. And they got the right coaching staff. And then he became John Elway. Once he became, you know what I mean? People forget.
Yeah, that was tough to watch.
That
kid was like kicked in the gut watching that field goal.
Did you see the thumbnail?
Cross through the uprights. Hey, Corey.
Like the ESPN scroll for that game, the thumbnail that came up, it looked like the kid's dog died. I felt awful. I'm like, oh, it really
there was some great college ball too. I got to watch the some of the game where Miami dropped, and who beat them? I can't remember who it was. Do y'all remember? Somebody in the chat will know. Like Miami dropped. I think they were the last undefeated team or something. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But
it's not the new powerhouse South Florida State or whatever it is.
Yeah, it was an exciting game. I'm trying to remember who it was. And then also, something happened in baseball that's never happened and will probably never happen again. I do respect and like the Dodgers, right? And I'm glad they're going back to the World Series. But Ohtani, 10 strikeouts, 3 home runs in one game. Bro,
Yeah,
come
he personally had more hits than he gave up.
Bro, that's a historic feat for a player. It's never happened. I guarantee it will never happen again, probably.
I
Seriously.
agree. I totally agree with you.
That's just nuts. When I saw that, I was like, that's so unfair. He should not be allowed to play baseball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he should have to play with his hand tied behind his back, Rex, or something like that, man.
Well, you know what? He's still human. He had a very bad series against the Phils.
That's true.
He was like over, I think, something like that. So he's human, but he does have that potential to.
That Otani game was like he was playing SNK baseball. Remember that old video game?
Yeah.
Where you could just sort of go nuts, and I scored 28 runs in an inning, and you're like, okay, that's what that reminded me of. That game.
So that was exciting to watch. I got to admit. So yeah, New York. If you're a New York fan, the Jets over this season, it is bad.
Yeah,
it is.
And they had high hopes at the beginning of this year. I think so. Yeah,
they have high hopes every year.
Well, it's because it's New York. There's money to be made in hyping them up. It's embarrassing to not have the largest media market. I think it's still the largest media market.
Yeah, I think so.
And the team is so bad. It's just endlessly bad. So what are you going to do at this point? I mean, you can't just say, the Jets will be playing some games. They'll win about 4 of them. Right. Moving on. They have to hype it up. So they kind of create these circumstances where they cherry pick plays and players from the preseason. And they're like, this is it. This is the missing piece. This is going to work. And then we get to week 6 and you're just like, sorry, man.
Jets are just horrendous.
Jets fans were already going to Islanders practices and stuff like that.
And Rodgers doing great with the Steelers. It is just sad.
He looked great. I know they lost. It came up short at the very end there, but man, Rodgers looked
he looks good. But the question becomes, how long can that last? It's a long season, and he's old.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how many more trips to the rainforest can he make. To rejuvenate.
Right?
And Flacco.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness,
watching
dude!
Flacco was awesome. That was quite.
That was like watching AJ Styles and John Cena fight at Crown Jewel.
Which shows you the Browns
combined age 88.
Which shows you the Browns and the Jets. No matter what they do, I don't know what it is. It's like a dark cloud hangs over each team. So yeah, Rodgers doing good. Giants now are quickly falling into that category. You look at Daniel Jones. Oh my God, he's doing great in Indianapolis.
Maybe they should combine the 2 teams.
That's not
like the Jumbo Jets or something, and see if they can get one team and the 2 teams that can actually play.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Oh, I just remembered. It was Louisville that beat Miami. That's why it was so significant, because I was in Kentucky, like very near Louisville, and like people were losing their minds. I remember that now. Okay, it was Louisville. Cool.
Hey, round guy, what's happening, bud? All right, so
Space Case says Game 7 of the ALCS tonight, Mariners and Blue Jays. That should be a good one. Yeah,
should be do or die. That's been a good series.
They're still playing baseball. Red October's over. It's football season now. Nobody cares.
Yeah, they still are. All right, so the giveaway of the night is Twilight Zone #1, signed by J. Michael Straczynski, signed in gold. And the hashtag, as always, is EXP Monday, all lowercase.
To be clear, if I did not already have multiple J. Michael Straczynski signatures, this would be missing. Because I love the Twilight Zone. I constantly pester the publisher for more Twilight Zone. I pester the publisher for a sequel to The Shadow in the Twilight Zone, which was like maybe one of my favorite stories ever they did. That's why the publisher is not here this evening. At least not yet.
All right. So coming out on Wednesday.
I don't feel Dynamite has given me quite enough new book announcements this year.
Sorry about that. All right. So we got Space Ghost #4 is out on Wednesday. Silverhawks #9. What else do we have here?
This book Silverhawks continues to be one of those books that I feel maybe not as many people jumped on board as should have, and the book every issue continues to deliver. You know, I think what's going to happen is this is one of these things where people are going to be like, oh, I missed it or whatever. And then they're going to rediscover it and be like Space Ghost, let's be honest. Space Ghost came out and it was hot right away.
Right.
Like boom from the jump. Same with Thundercats. I think Silverhawks, because it was maybe a little bit lesser known, not quite as many people jumped on as should have. And this is going to be another, like Dynamite does several of these books where you find them 6 months or a year later and like, why didn't I read this?
All right. And then we have Terminator is out today, or Wednesday rather. And let's see, I think there's one more. Thundercats Lost #7 is also out this Wednesday. All right.
That's exactly right, Marcus. You know what? I'm glad you made that point. I was just going to say, Silverhawks is something that should wind up going into like a Dynamic Forces mystery box, as a sort of, you missed it the first time, but you should be reading this.
Yeah, Silverhawks is great. Ed Brisson's doing such a fantastic job with that series. Yeah. It's a great cartoon. I love it. There's a small following for it. It was never as big as Thundercats or He-Man or G.I. Joe or Transformers.
Yeah, no, you're right. It was sort of not a...
It was always a smaller like property, but this is the best I've ever seen it done, to be honest with you. And I'm really, really excited. You can feel the passion and excuse me, what Tom Snagosky is doing with Herculoids, where he's taking something that had not a lot of backstory and loading it with backstory and purpose and meaning. That's what Ed's doing with Silverhawks. We're seeing who these people were before they became the Silverhawks and the horrendous procedures they had to go through and why they made the decisions to go through to get those. It's kind of like RoboCop type stuff, right?
I was going to say it was RoboCop type, and it reminded me of, after Marvel, I forget who it is, somebody else did ROM, Space Knight, and they kind of took that same approach of, do you know how horrible it is to become a Space Knight? Like, do you know what sacrifice you're making? And that's exactly what we're seeing with Silverhawks, too. To defend everyone else, you're essentially, not the spoiler alert or whatever, but you're essentially sacrificing yourself to protect everyone else.
Yeah. These are cybernetic organisms, right? You know, they're like exactly like RoboCop, but a willful choice that they're making. But then one of them, I think, like one of the things I did, because there was no backstory for a lot of the characters of Silverhawks, right? So Ed has created this entire backstory that is so profoundly resonant and nuanced and interesting. And the idea of, like, I love you that you mentioned the word sacrifice. Like, it's literally like RoboCop. Like, they're giving up their humanity, basically.
Yeah,
because
I mean, that's
the galaxy's done.
Like,
yeah, and
worry,
it's space opera. It's space opera, crime fiction, kind of merged together, which is really cool.
You mentioned Tom Snagowski. I messaged him almost daily while he was working on this book.
Shocker.
Yeah, I know, right? He was just like, one day he messaged me and he said, "Are you okay? I haven't heard from you in 2 days."
Kind of like when I did last Monday.
Right. But Tom had said it's like 50-50. Doing Herculoids, there's not a ton of backstory. He's been a Herculoids fan his whole life. He's a Hanna-Barbera guy. But there's not a whole lot of there as like a backstory. So it was a blank slate, which is like 50% exciting and 50% like a grapple. And I think that's exactly what happened with Silverhawks. Half of it is you're exciting, right? You know, I mean, let's be honest. You do Spider-Man, awesome. That's a great book, but just like a bazillion issues of continuity to deal with. There's different versions. Literally, Spider-Verse is filled with, everything. Silverhawks sort of allowed for, we know who they are and we know what they do. We kind of maybe have a general idea of why, for the general good or whatever, but there's no clear definition of why they did this and how they did this, and the level of sacrifice or whatever. And that's, that can be both awesome and a little bit like, oh man, I gotta, I gotta think about this a little bit. Honestly, it was the same with the Thundercats, and to a certain extent, it was the same with Space Ghost. We've seen 2 takes on Space Ghost in the last 10-ish years, right? Future Quest from DC. Essentially, Space Ghost is reimagined as Green Lantern. Right. And then we see the current Space Ghost sort of reimagined as Batman, maybe almost occasionally dipping slightly into absolute Batman.
It's definitely the most well-rounded and deep version of the character I've ever come across, which is insane because I love Future Quest. Those books are fun, but they don't.
They're a lot of fun.
But like what David is doing is taking. You could say he's taking the IP very seriously. No, he's taking those characters and what they go through very seriously.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely. You're 100% right. And I understand there are some people that I've had people tell me, look, dude, I know you're a Dynamite guy, but I love the other. I love whatever you want. Buy whatever you want. That's the whole point of the show, man. I've had Robbie and other people turn me on to books that I probably wouldn't have bought.
Right.
But through the show, I got to know them. I got to trust them. So, if Robbie says, hey, check this out. Hey, check that out. He also knows my likes from doing the show enough to know that I'm pretty comfortable. If Robbie says, go out and buy this, all right. I'll go find it and I'll read it. And, and other people in the chat, they've sent me, messaged me, dude, you should really check this out. Thanks. You were absolutely right. The books were awesome. It doesn't bother me if someone is like, oh, it's not. I had someone tell me they thought this version of Space Ghost was too grim and gritty. Okay. I love it. I love seeing this version of Space Ghost, which I would say to someone, if you do think it's too grim and gritty, well, let's be honest. We've had a lot of happy, shiny Space Ghost. Forget comedic Space Ghost. You watch like Space Ghost as a cartoon. That's as happy and shiny as it gets.
Yeah. Somebody
does something bad. The hero comes down with his superpowers and his superpowered friends and his spaceship and on a monkey. And let's be honest, in 16 minutes, this is all sorted. And everybody's flying home happy.
All right, hold that thought. We have to go to our first break. We're going to do that now. We'll be back. And I want to hear about Horror Fest for tonight. What's the movie? So hang out. We'll be right back.
Symphonic Verses, Nocturne's Romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
Hey, did you know that you're invited to an art gala? No, I mean the fun kind. It's SketchUp with Mog and Mel.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining us.
Featured guests talk about their new projects.
So it takes place in this fantasy world where the world has kind of lost its stories.
And life as an artist.
The hope was that you could make some amount of money when you exited art school.
While the ever-changing artist panel draws new works live in front of your eyes.
Oh, I like that. Working on the
And
shadow.
Sexy. Sex, dude.
You still got a little bit of time.
Ooh, Phil, that's dope, dude.
SketchUp with Mog and Mel. Thursday nights. Part of the experience.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it. In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great. Thanks.
we are back. So Weird Dopes. So Jay, is Weird Dopes also Mr. Nope?
Yeah, it's Ed and Nope's channel.
Got ya. Okay, I did not know that. Hey, Mr. Nope or Weird Dopes, what's going on, bud? All right, so Robbie, Horrorfest movie of the night. What is it?
Oh, that's right. Tonight we're going back to Italy for some Italian horror. In fact, a film from one of my favorite filmmakers, Dario Argento.
Wait. No mimes, right?
No mimes. That's the French film. That's the French film.
Sorry. Just
from one of my favorite filmmakers, Dario Argento. We're talking about Mother of Tears tonight, the concluding chapter of the Three Mothers trilogy. Not a good movie, definitely not a great movie, but a movie I'm excited to chat about tonight on Pop Culture Philosophers PCP Movie Night, Horrorfest 2025, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central.
I know you are a big Argento fan, so
I am, and this is a
lively show.
I'm not telling you that this is the movie that's going to make you an Argento fan. It's not. But it is the concluding chapter of the Three Mothers trilogy. So, heck yeah, I'm excited to talk about it.
I mean, let's be honest. Even Steven Spielberg has movies people skip. Some filmmakers just, you know.
One.
What?
1941?
1941, thank you.
It was all right. I like that movie.
I get it, but most people don't.
Radio Flyer? Or is that...
Which one?
Radio Flyer?
I don't know.
I don't know
think
if
that's him.
Have you seen Black Phone 2 yet?
I have not. Have you? I didn't like the first one. So.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I think we don't get this a lot with
Sargento
sequels.
cuts of cured meat. That's a good one, Marcus.
That's funny. It's possible that Black Phone 2 is better than the original, and that doesn't happen a whole lot in movies.
That's what I've heard. Right?
Usually the sequel is, I think you're right. Radio Flyer is
Richard Donner. Yeah.
Sorry, that was my bad there. But I'm Black Phone 2, I liked it better. I enjoyed it better. I think not too often have we gotten great movies where Black Phone sort of had like the 80s vibe, right? Like the 80s coming of age vibe, I guess they call it. I think Black Phone 2 very much pulls that more into like a 90s vibe where the kid's older now and everything was just a little bit grungier and different in the 90s from the 80s, right? The 80s are neon. You know what I mean? Everything's happy, bright, shiny, pleather clothes or whatever. We get to the 90s and, well, we're back in flannel and, people are not, not everybody's not shaving every single day. Everybody's not using hair mousse every single day, and somehow
mousse. I hadn't thought about that in a while.
Well, this is what I'm saying. That was the 80s. Like grown men are putting whipped cream in their hair.
Barlord, what's up, bud?
90s. Somehow they managed to take that transition from the 80s to 90s and put it into Black Phone 2, and I think it works better. I think it absolutely works better.
I know that the director wasn't even he didn't even want to do it. Obviously, the studio wanted to do it because it was a big success for them.
Yeah.
But apparently it was Joe Hill who talked to him and kind of convinced him to do it. And they kind of came up with a way to do it. I love the original short story. I just didn't like the movie that much, but that don't mean much to me because I'm a huge horror fan. And even horror movies I don't really like, I do like. Does that make sense? Because it's part of the genre. So
yes,
I'll watch it. So
it's what I call the Screambox mentality. Screambox is a subscription service. It's like the Wish.com version of Shudder. But Screambox is still successful. I haven't. And it's because it's just more horror content. A bad night of watching horror still beats a good night of watching something else.
That's right.
Well, I've been doing, I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook.
Talking about movies, I do have a complaint about Netflix. Apparently now there are movies that you cannot watch without having the higher tier membership.
I think it's been like that since the beginning though, right? Like
no, it hasn't been. It hasn't been. I just noticed it in the last couple of weeks. There are movies that I want to watch and they have a little lock on.
When we rented the Shore House, we were just over the Shore House thing before. A buddy of mine logged into Netflix on the TV show. They have Smart TV, and he logged into it. He logged in with his account. He's got the ad-supported version. He wanted to watch Kraven the Hunter. I told him specifically, this movie is awful. Awful. Like Morbius level awful. But he wanted to watch it. He couldn't get to it because it was on the premium tier. So he had to log out, and I had to log in so he could watch it.
And it was bad.
And that was back in the summer, and it was bad.
So I can't watch it either, which is
okay.
okay. So I have to admit, a friend told me that his
Farlord, you're right. Somebody did do him a favor, and everybody who's been, it's bad enough you're having to sit through ads to have to look at stuff like Morbius and Kraven. Also, somebody asked about Tron Ares. I love Tron. I love the whole idea. I love the whole setting and concept. I love the original movie. The second movie was entertaining, but not everything I thought it could be. I foolishly allowed myself to feel that Tron Ares would be what I wanted a Tron movie to finally be.
You see, I can't.
To be fair, I sat through it 3 times because I kept trying to like this movie.
To me, crossing into the real world is a mistake.
Here's the thing. Tron is a moment in time. 80s, we're finally getting to some cool special effects. The original Tron, especially seen through like 80s vision, is amazing. The problem is the other 2 movies don't really have Tron in them.
Mr. Towers, what's up?
And the third movie is just, there's no Tron. Has Tron lived past its prime? Yeah.
Take it out of the digital world.
They can't seem to find a way.
Yeah,
There's an animated series that wasn't bad.
The digital world is a mistake.
There was an animated series that was watchable, but it wasn't great. It's not like they would tell you, "Hey, look, log off this show and go watch."
I think its time is over. Once
we were talking about this a little bit last week, and I was like, I think Disney expects Tron to be a way bigger deal than it actually is. You know, like Tron.
You're saying you're 100% right.
Well, I think that the problem is that once the Matrix came out, it put the whole digital world on a different level. And Tron cannot compete. Tron was great. The original was.
Tron is dated. Tron is sort of like...
Marcus. Agreed.
One of the things I've been doing is this month on Facebook, I've been trying to watch a movie every day, a horror movie. And as I've kind of moved on, certain movies that are just epic black and white classics, some of those things have translated to, for example, today I watched Dracula. Dracula, you can make the argument, Dracula essentially put...
Which one?
The Bela Lugosi. Today's Bela Lugosi's birthday.
Okay.
The 1931 Dracula essentially puts vampires on the map. I know everybody likes to talk about Nosferatu, but stop. The silent movie did not put vampires into the American landscape. Dracula did with Bela Lugosi. Vampires still dominate the horror genre, whether it's comics, podcasts, audiobooks, movies, television. The sheer preponderance of vampire content, it's almost its own genre now, or subgenre of horror. Other things just did not survive. And I'll tell you what hasn't survived is The Creature from the Black Lagoon. The technology level of today, the Creature from the Black Lagoon would have to be maybe kaiju sized, or it would have to take on like the Alien thing where they find an egg and the next thing you know, they're fighting a ton of creatures from the Black Lagoon. The idea of one creature, if they were going to do a Creature of the Black Lagoon movie today, they have to set it in 50. I want to say 1959, 1957.
Well, I think the best Creature from the Black Lagoon remake is Shape of Water. Right? Kind of in a way, but you have to take a different approach.
And you have to take a very different approach. I still
think the original looks amazing. Every time I watch the original one, I am still so blown away at the underwater photography.
Underwater effects. I watched it.
Insane.
I've kind of focused a lot on vintage horror this year, but I've sort of started, as we got later in the month, I started mixing up. Like today, I watched my 2 favorite versions of Dracula this morning. Today I woke up, Alexa reminded me that it was Bela Lugosi's birthday. I'm like, okay, today's the day we're doing Dracula. So I watched the 1931 Dracula. My personal favorite version of Dracula, more because of the format, is 1974's Dracula is made for Canadian and British television with Jack Palance. If you've seen it, you know what I mean, where it's almost like a play done live to tape.
I'll tell you though, I mean, Jack Palance is a weird Dracula in that one, isn't he? Like,
he really is. He's a much better Dr. Jekyll. Dan Curtis did a couple of these movies, and he is a much better Dr. Jekyll than he was as a Dracula. But I
love that moment in the movie where he goes up to Renfield and he goes, "You are my number one guy." I like the Frank Langella one too. That's like a very romantic Dracula.
Langella is a tremendous actor.
Yeah.
I mean, in He-Man, he was the only one who really set
that was the only thing good about that movie.
His Skeletor was phenomenal. Yeah, everything was done with such a strong voice, and he just is a tremendous actor. And then you have opposite him Dolph.
Jay pointed out in the comments that probably the best updated version of Creature from the Black Lagoon is Abe Sapien in the Hellboy universe. That's probably, if you're looking at how to do the Creature from the Black Lagoon beyond the Creature from the Black Lagoon movie, Abe Sapien is a great character. Even beyond Hellboy, BPRD and some of the other stuff he's in, anything with Abe Sapien, I'm in for.
All right, so I want to go off topic for a second.
Really? We never do that.
Yeah, I know, right? Which is just modus operandi for us, right? So John and I were talking about it earlier, and John and I agreed. All right, but I'd like to get everyone else's perspective on this. So over the weekend, on Sunday, we did not have a game on Sunday. We were in a one-day tournament on Saturday. Don't ask me how it went. So I went to watch our 16U team play. And one of the coaches there, she is a contemporary of my daughter, a little bit older. And she's become my surrogate daughter in softball, if you will, since my daughter decided that, she couldn't coach anymore. So, we chat, I've known her for a really long time. Great kid. I consider her like my kid, really. Very sweet. So I show up, I go in the dugout, and we're sitting there, we're catching up, and she tells me that, so just so you know, because I work so many tournaments, have coached for so many years, I know most of the umps in this area, or in even in North Jersey, because we'll hire the better umps to come down for the bigger tournaments. So don't get me wrong, I like this guy, he's a good guy. I just ran into him at a tournament in Seton Hall. He was umping one of our games, we were joking around. She goes, "Do you know those two umps on field 4?" And I'm like, I look over, I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I know them very well." She goes, "I think they were trying to hit on me." And I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah." And she explains it to me. So me being me, she goes, "Well, don't say anything." I said, "Say anything. I'm going to go up and confront him right now. This game is over." So I walk up to him. We say hello. He gives me a hug. Right. And go, "Yo, bro, what do I hear about you trying to hit on my coaches?" He goes, "What are you talking about?" So we start talking, and I have him so reeling backwards that he goes, No. He's in between games. He goes, "Yeah, well, with you, I expected Bueller." So he has to come back with me to the dugout to explain. Okay, and you're not supposed to really be in another team's dugout when you umpire, because you don't want to give the opposing team the feeling that there's favoritism, right? So I'm curious what everyone else thinks. She is 26, and my daughter is 25. He, I know for a fact, is somewhere in his late 40s, if not early 50s. And I know for a fact he has 2 children, a daughter. One is a daughter who's almost 18 or is 18 years old. So, I know what you think, Travis. But I'm curious. Yeah, Travis. We come down here. I said, "I'll take you out to dinner." We go to where do we go? Oh my God, the Millers.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Sitting there having dinner, and he's hitting on the waitress, and they're communicating after he goes home. She really liked him. So we know where you come from, Travis.
Now that my goddaughter is in her late 20s and is a teacher, it just skeeves me out. I told you, a buddy of mine, he sprang for a bottle of Johnny Walker Green Label at the bar. He texts me and tells me to come down. I come down, we're talking. He's telling me about how he's got a date with like a 29-year-old girl. He's 59. I kept expecting to see Chris Hansen on the other side of the bar from me. I was just like, dude, there's not enough there's not enough Johnny Walker in the world to make this okay. He was all super excited. And then he tells me the funniest part. He's going to meet her at 10:30 after she gets off work. And I looked at him and said,
after his bedtime?
I said, Pop, when was the last time you were awake at 10:30? And he looks at me and goes, I got 2 Red Bulls in the car. I let all my elderly friends know. Please, I don't want to hear that. Don't call me for bail money. Just please, it's skeevy.
So I like the ump. He's a friend of mine, but I thought that was, and he supposedly was supposed to get engaged, but I think something went wrong. Whatever.
The Predator movie, I like that.
So
I'm still happy looking at pictures of Elvira and Barbara Crampton.
It bugged me. All right, because I know both parties. I like both parties. I just didn't know how to deal with it. So I gave him a hard time. And I told her everything. Like, he's got 2 kids. One's 18. I said, listen. I said, I'll talk to him. She was mortified because I got right up, marched over to field 4 and confronted him right there and then.
Oh, my friends know I don't want to hear that stuff, man. I just know. 2 summers ago, one of my buddies was talking about a young girlfriend. I stuck him with the check. I almost never stick anybody with the check. I told him right out, I said, you're going to be paying for this food. And there was 5 or 6 of us. People were ordering drinks, apps. Somebody got sushi. I said, I'm going to walk out of here and not pick up this check. And he thought I was kidding. And he went on about some girl he wanted to ask out, and she was in graduate school. I turned around, walked right out. I tipped out our server. I apologized for what she was going through, and I walked straight out of it. Like an hour later, they're still there talking, and they realize I'm not in the bathroom. Hey, dude, this bill is expensive. I said, yep.
All right. So, you know what? I better get to the books, or Nick's going to kill me. Jay, we're going to take
time for the next break, right?
It's time for the next break. You still haven't.
Jay, we're going to take the second break at 7.
We're going to have to. Right. We're going to just assign people books randomly.
Yeah.
Like a Mr. Easy Go Lucky, you're getting a book.
Easy.
Marcus, you're getting a book.
All right. So, as always, we have Dynamite 10-pack Reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. So a $40 retail value. And as always, we got it for $5.
2026, there's going to be Silverhawks in those packages.
All right. The Dynamic.
Robbie and I are going to be laughing at you for not having read them in 2025.
Dynamic Forces Mystery Box. Best deal we've ever had. 2 CGC 9.8s. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value in there guaranteed. We got it for $85. If you're looking for a theme, we can't guarantee, but if we don't have the slab books, you can replace them with the slabs with metal books. All right, so 2 metal books retail for $100 each. We would throw those 2 in, and that would those 2 books alone. No problem, Unknown. I'll tell you what, Unknown. I'm going to make free shipping tonight and on Wednesday for this, okay?
Oh, nice.
Because I don't want to lock out Unknown. All right.
Oh, and you know what people should do while we're on the break?
What?
They should go check out Tracy Medina's social media because she posted all these really cool things that she did on TikTok. All these sketches or whatever. She was posting, asking people what should she draw.
No, Marcus, it will not.
It's very cool stuff. You should go chat. I think Tracy was in the chat. I'm not 100% sure if she's still in the chat. But yeah, for Tracy, if you want, put a link up to one of your social media accounts or something because they were really cool. They were just like a very cool thing that comes up, and she's doing all these like TikTok.
And Unknown, if you want to claim one today, it's fine. Just pay us when you get to payday. It's fine. You don't have to wait until Wednesday, bro. There are no marks or points against you, dude.
We're like that service where you can get your paycheck 2 days early.
No, we're not like that.
You can get your comic books 2 days early.
We're also not eBay. Okay, we're not going to penalize you for this is a community. It is a small enough group that I think I know every one of you. So definitely don't worry about the unknown.
Marcus said, "Who's this we stuff?" No, I'm just kidding. Cash advance from Collectibles.
All right, so the sketch covers.
Payday loans with Rex. I love that.
Yeah, right. All right, here we go. First up, we got Deadpool #1 with Amazing Fantasy 15 homage cover sketch by Call CK Cat.
That's nice. I like that.
No worries, unknown. Whatever you want to do.
Preston, that's a really good idea. I don't know if Tracy is still in the chat, but I would love to see Tracy do an interview with Amy. You know, Amy does like the creator interviews and stuff like that. Tracy, if you are still in the chat, shoot Amy an email, or maybe I'll have Amy shoot her an email.
Yeah,
that would be
actually copy me on it. Yeah, look at that. Sketch up with my
that's a really good idea.
Absolutely.
That's a much better idea than I had. Good job.
Yeah, but shoot me an email, Tracy. All right.
I think I saw her in the chat in the beginning. I'm not sure.
She was there. Definitely. You're right. All right. So then we have Captain America with Cap cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Marianne Nicieza.
I think Lorena's in here too.
Is she?
I could have sworn I saw Lorena in here too.
I think you're right. MSRP for $149.99, and we've got it for $65.
Imagine SketchUp with Moog and Mel and Robbie, dude, as the featured artist.
That would be like a two-year-long show.
I thought you were going to say that would be like a short.
At least.
It's just shorts, right? It's the blank, it's your hand, and then it's a cover. Here you go, man.
All right. Then we have a Milestone Returns with Icon cover sketch by Dan Neilinger.
She is lurking, Lorena. That's too funny.
That's cool. I don't know if I ever remember seeing many Milestone characters on sketch covers here, so this is super cool.
MSRP for $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
Milestone, and I saw biography about it. Milestone hit in a lot of ways with as much impact the comic industry as Image did, but it sort of has gotten like almost like forgotten or whatever. Milestone books were awesome. I was all in on those immediately. Some characters have kind of transitioned, some haven't. I know. Now I'm waiting for Rocket. Those characters they just did such a great job. I don't know if Milestone got the love that it deserved. I know they've tried to do it again. They've brought it back or whatever.
Yeah, and in like a month from now, they're actually doing a Static Batman Beyond crossover. I think that will do really well, honestly.
I think Static was probably the best-known character. I mean, there might be more.
He had a cartoon, too. He had an animated series. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Static is the character that people sort of, yes.
So, Robert, you can go to the website, and any daily specials that you're looking for, they're there today. All right. So, Jay, can you throw up the link, bud?
I remember Icon was supposed to have a different name. I'm trying to remember what it was. Paragon or something. And at the last minute, there was some kind of weird, there was like another character in some other independent book that was named Paragon or something. Right. So he had to become Icon, I guess. But the whole idea of his character was amazing. He lands as a baby, but he's sort of amorphous, and he lands in like cotton fields and slaves find him, and his pod is programmed to turn him into the life form of like whatever he sees first or it encounters first. So it turns him into like a black guy with like Superman's power level. It was just very, very cool.
All right. So next up from our buddy Tracy, New History of DC Universe with JLA cover sketch by Tracy Medina.
This is very cool.
Really bringing that Kevin Maguire energy in, man.
That's what I was
great
saying,
homage.
man.
Yeah,
like
that's good.
Kevin Maguire homage episode.
I feel like if you open this up, Batman will punch you out. You know, this is so spot on, man. I love it.
All right, MSRP for $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Then we have New History of the DC Universe with Superman cover sketch by Will Torres. MSRP for $149.99, and we have this one for $65. You know what? I don't think Nick's here, so I'm going to go crazy. All sketch covers are $50 tonight.
Oh, no.
Doing it again.
When Nick's here, when Nick does get here, I gotta go.
You can try. All right. So there we go. So I'm lowering it all to 50. All right. So then we have some back issues, and I brought more medals. The ones I had last week, I brought back because I have a few more, and it put some new ones on too. All right. So first up, the back issues, Batman number 657. We think it's an 8.0 to an 8.5. And we have this one for $15.
Early Damian Wayne, Grant Morrison script, Andy Kubert artwork. Really good stuff. This is a great run.
All right.
What are you making them pay for this? Bleed them white.
15.
It's popular. That's 15. Not enough. $39.
John's making up prices as we go along.
$39 for the first appearance of Batman in 1939, man. You know?
All right. Then we have Marvel Legacy number 1. It's a 9.4, and we have this one for 10.
It's a neat cover. I like that.
All right. Then we have American Mythology Monsters number 1. It's 9.4, and we have this one for 10.
Do you know what this book has the energy of? Some of those 70s Marvel horror books, and I don't know if the publisher did that intentionally or not, but
all I know is that Band-Aid Breath is learning that the Wolfman does have nards. So there you go.
All right. Then,
oh, that reminds me. I have to ask. This is my annual ask in October for Where's Wolf Cop?
All right. So then we have Something is Killing the Children number 9. It's 9.4, and we have this one for 25.
Did you see they announced a crossover between this and Swamp Thing? How random. How random, y'all.
That's kind of random.
Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense in a way, right? Because a lot of times in this book, a book recommended to me by Robbie, by the way, a lot of times in this book, these monsters come out of the woods, right? What would be cooler than there's a child that's about to get attacked.
Right.
This thing is getting ready to come out of the woods, and Swamp Thing is getting ready to attack because behind it. You know what I mean? Like there's stuff in the woods scarier than you do. And in this case, it's Swamp Thing. I am the woods. You know, this isn't going to work out for you. I see a monster getting crushed in a tree and police wondering, what happened here?
All right. So then we have Something is Killing the Children, number 16. It's 9.4, and we have this one for 10.
For sure, like the first 20, 25 issues of the series are super solid. Super solid.
Oh, yeah. This is like anything else, right? It has its better storylines, and I understand after a while, you know, some people didn't like it. This is a rock solid property. I can see why this is going to be on Hulu.
I think, I mean, Netflix, I think, has the rights. They snatched up the rights years and years ago.
Somebody is going to do this, and you know what I mean? This is the fundamental idea of this.
It would be a great follow-up to like when Stranger Things wraps up, you know, at the end of the year.
That's
for Netflix
exactly
to then
what I
like
thought
pivot
about.
to something like this, I think would work really well. Yeah.
Because Stranger Things is essentially monsters attacking children. You can phrase it a different way, but it's monsters.
Maybe that's what they're waiting for then, right? Maybe they are waiting for that. Yeah.
Kind of put Stranger Things to bed, especially because those kids are going to their 30th birthday party. After
they're going to be coming out there like with walkers. These people are like 30 years old, and we're supposed to believe they're going to like graduate.
I think this is like the next sort of monsters and kids deal. And to be honest with you, as much as I enjoy Stranger Things, this is edgier. If you've read this book, this is edgier. You know.
All right. So then we have Dynamite number 1, limited edition Virgin by Arthur Sudan.
That's nice.
This is 9.4, and we have this one for 50.
Yeah, I like this one. This is dope.
Yeah, this is very
all right. So then the
Barlord, Paul Rudd is the only one who could pull that off at 30. You're absolutely right, Barlord.
He did. It was Clueless, right?
The immortal Paul Rudd.
So these are the medals we had last week, and I have a few more. Barbarella number 2, premium metal cover by Joseph Michael Linsner. Suggested retail of 100, and we have it for 50 tonight.
his work sort of speaks for itself. I think Barbarella is one of the characters that his work really lifts and maybe is lesser known. People just think of him as like the Red Sonja guy or whatever. You see some of the Barbarella covers he does, and you're like, man, I would like to see way more of these.
All right. Then we have Betty Page, #1, premium metal cover by Joseph Michael Linzer. MSRP of $100, and we've got it at half price for $50.
I like this one. I don't know why. I wonder why, but I do like this one.
I heard it's spicy.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Thankfully, mine doesn't have that goofy sticker on it.
All right. Then Vaporella, #4, premium metal cover by Lucio Perillo. MSRP of $100, and we've got this one for $50.
This has like Italian cinema one-sheet energy, and I love it.
It does, and it also is kind of like, yeah, this is Rex. If you wouldn't have stepped in when that dude was hitting on those coaches, this could have been that night. You never know.
Yeah, I don't think so, but
yeah, people. If you didn't like Quantumania, that's fine. I mean, I loved it, but if you didn't like it, that's fine. People talk about Paul Rudd. Literally, is like Paul Rudd jokingly said one day, if he came back to do Ant-Man, he wanted to play Hank Pym. Dude, there's no universe where you could play Hank Pym. Hank Pym is old.
All right. So then we have Red Sonja versus the Army Darkness, #5, metal cover by Tom Rainey. MSRP of $100, and we've got this one for $50.
That book is so much fun.
It was a fun book. It was, wasn't it? It was really cool.
Hail to the Queen, baby! I love that. It's I'm not going to say it's like Eisner Award-winning book or anything, but it is a lot of fun, especially if you're a fan of both of these properties.
Oh, Jay, should we go to the break?
It would be nice if you took a break sometime. Jay probably has to blow his nose.
Yeah, probably, right? All right, so we're going to go to break, our second break. We'll be right back. Hang out. We're having fun.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience. Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So
it's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning. There's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best "did she really just hit me" face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below. Twitch. It's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there too.
we're back. All right. So the new metals. First up, we got Invincible Red Sonja number 10 metal cover by Carla Cohen. MSRP of 100, and we've got this one for 50.
Nice looking cover. I bet it pops in metal.
Really, doesn't it? It's so lifelike. I love her stuff.
I know when you first popped it up, I was like, "Oh, is this a metal cosplay cover?"
Yeah, well, it was cosplay when I pulled it, but obviously it's not. All right, so then Immortal Red Sonja number 6 metal version cover by Joseph Michael Linsner. MSRP of 100, and we've got this one for 50.
When I first saw this, I thought she was missing an arm, but I found it. It's there.
All right. Then Vampirella Dracula Unholy number 1 metal cover by Peach Momoko.
Yo, that's super cool. Peach Momoko, super hot artist. I love her work when she does Vampirella covers, especially. And having it in metal, I bet this one looks really nice in person because the pictures can't do it quite the right justice. You know what I'm saying?
Corey, are you claiming the Carla Cohen or the Peach Momoko? Give Corey.
I don't think he's claiming anything because he said klizmin. Klizim. He said klizim is what he said.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Momoko. Gotcha.
All right. We got a klizim. I like it.
All right. So
I'm
next
just
up,
teasing, Corey. Love you.
Unbreakable Red Sonja number 1. Premium metal cover by Lucio Perea. MSRP of 100. And we've got this one for 50.
I'm just gonna say, man, y'all got to watch out because one day this dude could do movie covers. You know what I'm saying? Like movie posters. Like this looks like a movie poster, right? And in fact, R.I.P. What's his name? Drew Struzman, right? Or Struzan,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
like,
I did all the movie posters for
like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, like so many, right? Like, dude, legendary. Yeah, legendary artist, man. Goonies, Mallrats, which is one of my favorites. I love that Kevin Smith got him to do Mallrats. Like, that's so cool.
All right. So then I have one left. We had 5 for sale. I sold 4 last week. Mark Spears Monsters, the Monsters and the Wolf, Mark Spears blind bag. I have 1 left for $5.99. I hear these are hot.
They're so hot. They sold out at my shop. Mark actually messaged me the other night and he was like, how are they doing? I was like, well, I haven't been at the shop since they released because, you know, I was at Scarefest, but I went in today and we were completely sold out. And I thought I over ordered. It's so hot. Here are the 2 that I pulled. I got a nice clown, like Spider-Man #1 homage. And I got this foil one that's hard to see, but it's the werewolf and the Frankenstein monster fighting. But it's foily. You can kind of see it, right? Those are the ones I got. There's lots of cool covers. There's all kinds of random things you can get in there. They're super hot. They are sold out at Lunar now. And FOC today was for Mark Spears Monsters #8, where he's doing another blind bag for the final issue of Monsters Volume 1. Y'all, don't miss out. Don't miss out. Shops are out across the country. Distributors are out. You have one, you said, Rex?
I have for $5.99.
Somebody better snatch this up right now.
There's plenty of them. I just grabbed one in the other room.
Not for me, unfortunately. All right. So last chance. Prices go up.
Over 300,000 printed, Corey, and they're sold out at the distribution level, and they're selling out at comic shops across the country right now.
Mark Spears, I don't believe we've discussed this artist before.
Yeah, I told him, I was talking to him. I was like, man, we got to get you to Scarefest next year. And I was like telling, because I know he would have a great time there. He's an artist. They have artists there. Like Joel Robinson's always there. He's the guy who does all the, does a lot of art for like the Scream Factory, Blu-ray covers and stuff.
Yeah.
I met him again and got to chat with him. But also just because I know if Mark is there as a guest, then I can get into that backstage area a little bit. You know, a media badge only gets you so far. You know what I'm saying?
See, I find that distasteful. You would never see me use my friendship with an industry insider to get a front row seat at panels.
You all right?
No, John couldn't even say that without laughing. He couldn't even get through that whole sentence without cracking up.
I could not. I absolutely could not.
And John, just so you know, so you mentioned Pumpkinhead. Throughout the show, I've just been doodling, and from memory, that's the best I got right now. So we'll have to see what.
Oh, very cool.
Sketch cover still nothing.
Just for memory.
No, that's good though. We can put it right on here.
He has like 3 sketch covers. He needs to return to me.
You haven't gotten those yet. I gotta talk to my people. Make sure they get sent out, man. I'm sorry.
All right, let's do a Rex cap, real quick, and then
that should be on the sketch cover. That's very cool. Ironically, I have a Pumpkinhead blank right here. Oof. I have a Pumpkinhead blank right here that would look perfect on.
I'll keep working on it, man. You can send it to me, but I can't promise you a timely return.
You will never see that blank again.
I was just gonna say
it'll be gone forever.
It's gone.
It's a black hole that is Robbie's sketch desk, if you will.
If you send it to Robbie, Robbie will just cut out the one that he's doing.
I'm gonna tape it on. I'm gonna call it a collage, Jay.
I was gonna say it's a Mariano collage.
I'll cut out some like old magazines too and put it in the back. And I'm just like, it's Pumpkinhead in space.
Oh my god, that is priceless.
All right, the Rex cap. Here we go. The giveaway of the night is Twilight Zone #1, signed by J. Michael Straczynski.
Gee, I sure hope I win.
I guarantee you will not win. All right. Hashtag is EXP Monday, all lowercase.
Straczynski doesn't do a lot of cons either. So to give away, and also a Francisco Francavilla cover, great cover. And IDW has just launched a new Twilight Zone book, the first issue by Dan Waters and Morgan Each, I think. Don't quote me on that. Was fantastic. I loved it. So I'm really, really excited. Tom Scioli's doing issue 2.
I might have missed that.
Oh, bro, you gotta check it out. IDW's actually done this thing where they've IDW was basically founded on horror comics because of 30 Days of Night, right? The success of that really launched IDW into the sphere. Now people mostly know them as they do Sonic the Hedgehog, they do Turtles, they do Godzilla. They are right now, I'm thinking that they're my publisher of the year because they've really done a big turnaround. You know how like the MLB and other leagues will have that comeback player of the year.
Yeah,
I think IDW might be in the running for that this year because they've also taken their horror line. They're doing an Event Horizon movie prequel comic. They just did a new 30 Days of Night book that's very atmospheric. Rodney Barnes is working for that, who's done a lot of work for Dynamite, Army of Darkness, Alice Cooper, stuff like that. And they're doing coming up. They're doing Smile comics based on the Smile movies. There's another franchise, and really I can't remember what it is. Somebody help me.
The second movie had its problems, but the first movie was legitimately creepy. It was more low key, and it was the first
for Smile. That's crazy, dude. I like Smile 2 better than Smile 1.
Did you really?
Yeah, I do. Smile 1 was like way too just sad sack and slow for me, but Smile 2 like ramped it up, and I love the ending of it. I thought it was great, dude.
That's sad sack and slow.
Oh, the other one, Quiet Place. They're doing comic books based on Quiet Place. Yeah.
Oh, that's John Krasinski and Emily Blunt.
Yeah, I love all 3 of those films, man. All 3 of those movies are good.
When you were talking about the slow sad sack storytelling style in horror, immediately my mind went to like Long Legs.
Oh, I hate that movie.
That being said, you guys should check it out if you haven't seen it.
I hate that movie. I hate that in a violent. Here's the thing: we've talked about sad sack. Remember the comic book sad sack? So we've talked about Long Legs. We've talked about Black Phone, and I just mentioned In a Violent Nature. Everybody, like every year, like the horror community's favorite horror movie is my least favorite horror movie. I'm like overrated.
I'm sensing a special for PCP, and it's all the stuff that Robbie hates.
Yeah, there's a lot of it, but you know.
We'll discuss long legs. We'll be discussing.
I hate long legs so much, man. That movie honestly pisses me off, man. But
I almost feel like they did that movie, like they made it trippy to be trippy. I don't know if there was any story behind long legs.
I feel like somebody was like, dude, I like Silence of the Lambs. Let me try to make something like that.
Yeah. On $70,000.
Yeah.
Because that's all I can get out of my credit cards.
Weapons, to me, the best horror movie of the year so far. I love it.
Yes.
I haven't seen Sinners yet, but we'll see.
See, Corey.
I've seen Sinners by Corey. I've seen Sinners. Well, I've seen Weapons a few times too. Sinners is an excellent movie. I just think Weapons, in terms of creepiness.
Hey, John.
What?
Do me a favor.
Sure. What do you need?
Power strip over there.
Yeah.
Can you hit the button?
Sure, is it off? I
know why.
That is, Weapons is sort of, it's disturbing in a different way. I mean, Sinners is like a vampire thing, and we've talked about how vampires sort of dominate horror, entertainment.
Yeah. Weapons has a great structure, right? Like the structure, the way they tell and unfold the story in Weapons is so like captivating. Man.
You know what Weapons reminds me of? Some filmmakers sat down and watched the original black and white version of Village of the Damned and said, imagine if we did this now. Like, imagine if we kind of like reworked the basic idea of this story. And, from like a sort of different perspective. And because I'm watching, the very first time I watched Weapons, immediately I thought, this is somebody's flip side modern version of Village of the Damned, which is a very sort of low key British.
I didn't think about that, but you're right. You're right. Because like the original Village of the Damned is great. And the John Carpenter one has its problems, the remake, but
yeah,
I still like it, right? I like every John Carpenter movie, even the ones I hate, like Ghosts of Mars and Vampires, right? But yeah.
And that's sort of what Jay, the original one is, I think, available on like Amazon Prime. It's streaming somewhere. I'm full disclosure, I'm a fan of vintage horror. So a lot of times I'll recommend a movie and people will be like, this is old and corny. Yes, no denying that. Robbie and I have talked about this before. Robbie's seen some of the movies I've watched this October.
It's on Hulu right now, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, is it? I mean,
well, hold on. It requires an add-on. I don't know what the add-on is, but there's an add-on. Something.
The original Village of the Damned is a well-written sort of. It's not big budget. There's not, but it's really worth the watch. I think it's only like 90 minutes long.
Dude, them kids are creepy in that movie, man.
The kids in that are creepy, especially when you put it in the context of this is the 1950s rural Britain. You know what I mean? And it's very, very, it's disturbing. So then we get to watch, I'm sitting watching Weapons. This is the very first time I saw Weapons, I was in a theater by myself. And I got to tell you, it's a creepy vibe. I mean, I've got the big seat. You know what I mean? And I'm just enjoying this. And I'm thinking, this is disturbing. Where are you going with this? And I was aboard for the entire movie. I would tell anyone, go watch that. I think it's streaming now, right? Weapons is streaming now?
I think it is. I think it was on HBO Max or something, maybe.
Maybe. I know I just saw a thing that was like, from the theater to your home or something. So I'm guessing.
I think you can like rent it and buy it digitally on places, but I don't know if it's streaming anymore.
It's just a great watch.
So finish up the recap. All right. So Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, and as always, we got it for $5. DF mystery box. I'm doing free shipping again. 2 CCC 9.8s, 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and we're selling it for $85. Now I will replace the 2 slabs for metal books if that's what you want. All right, then.
And pick Silverhawks as your theme, y'all. Come on, let's go.
There you go. Deadpool #1 with Amazing Fantasy #15 homage cover sketch by Cole CK.
Thank you, Road Collecting. We were kind of kicking that around a little bit.
MSRP of $149.99, and we've got it for $50. I lowered the price from $65 to $50. Captain.
Sorry, no, go ahead. My bad.
Captain America with cap cover sketch by Joe Delbiato and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we've got it for $50.
I think these two kids might have a chance if they stick with it.
All right. So Milestone returns with Icon cover sketch by Dan Leidlinger. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $50.
And I'll tell you, this color scheme is way better than the way Icon looked in the '90s. I loved everything about Milestone. I just didn't think that the color choice in the costume Icon had was, pardon the pun, iconic enough.
All right, New History of DC Universe with JLA cover sketch by Tracy Medina. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $50. And then finally, the New History of the DC Universe with Superman cover sketch by Will Torres. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $50. Then we have Batman number 657, and it is between 8.0 to an 8.5, and we have this one for $15. Marvel Legacy number 1, it's 9.4, and we have this one for $10. American Mythology Monsters number 1, it's 9.4, and we have that one for $10. Then we have Something is Killing the Children number 9, it's 9.4, and we have this one for $25. Then Something is Killing the Children number 16, it's 9.4, and we have this one for $10. Then we have Dynamite number 1, limited edition Virgin by Arthur Sudam. It's 9.4, and we have this one for $50. Then the Metals, Barbarella number 2, premium metal, cover by Joseph Michael Linsner. MSRP of $100, and we have for $50. Betty Page number 1, metal cover by Linsner. MSRP of $100, and we have this one for $50.
Spicy is nicey.
Vampirella number 4, metal cover by Lucio Perillo. MSRP of $100, and we have this one for $50.
What if Rex didn't step in?
Then Red Sonja versus Army of Darkness number 5, metal cover by Tom Rainey. MSRP of $100, and we have this one for $50. Invincible Red Sonja number 10, metal cover by Carla Cohen. MSRP of $100, and we have this one for $50.
TJ, I don't know what you're talking about, but Rex definitely won Jabroni of the Year at Baltimore.
No! No!
All right, so
not Jybro, and that's awful.
Immortal Red Sonja number 6, metal cover, Virgin metal cover by Linsner. MSRP of $100, and we have this one for $50. Then we have Unbreakable Red Sonja number 1, metal Virgin cover by Lucio Perillo. MSRP of $100, and we have this for $50. All right, so then Mark Spears, Monsters, The Monster and the Wolf, blind bag. I've got one more at $5.99. If I don't sell it tonight, I have to give it up to another department, and they'll probably end up selling it for more.
Yeah, one of y'all pick this up, man. This is the best price you're going to get.
$5.99? You can have Nick bill me.
So, we have more, but this is all I've been given to sell this price.
Oh, it's in that cabinet in his office. I'll just use the butter knife to get it open. It's fine. No, go ahead. Somebody buy this.
All right, new books coming out. Robert, you got it.
Oh, good, Robert. I'm glad somebody bought this.
All right.
I mean, let's be honest. Nobody likes to see me take stuff home. What's the fun of that?
That's for sure.
It's true.
All right. So the Dynamite books coming out Wednesday.
Although I got this future Robbie Bill sketch cover. I might start putting this up on eBay right now.
Mr. Towers, I'm afraid Robert claimed it. Let me see if I can peel another one away from you. I will let you know, buddy.
Are they on Jeff's desk? You want me to go get one for it?
No, it's out.
Just whatever, get one real quick.
All right. So here we go. Space Ghost number 4, cover A by Francesco Mattina.
I usually at this point would tell you how great this book is, but I haven't read it yet because I was busy over the weekend, but I got it in my stack and I'm ready to read it because Space Ghost has been dope. It's been great.
Begin.
All right. So then we have cover B by Jay Lee.
Page 1, panel 1.
Yeah. By the way, one of these covers probably is going to be the cover of the week. I'll let you know which one when we hit it.
All right. Cover C by
So you feel like
Michael
you can never
Cho.
do objectively pick a cover like that, right?
It's that
I
one.
was gonna
That's
say,
probably that's probably going to be my cover of the week right there.
It would be impossible for me, in all fairness to the other artists and other fans, it's impossible for me to not pick Michael Cho for a cover. You know what I mean?
And it's just so well designed and it pops on the shelf. That's the thing that's most important to me about the cover of a comic book. And when I pick my cover of the week, like as a retailer especially, like I want something that's going to stand out. You know what I'm saying? And like this comic book, the design, the use of red, the composition of it, it's this cover pops. Man.
Well, CJ wants to blank because Robbie's work ethic is so.
Because he'll actually get it done.
Wait, I'll just send you this, John.
Send me that, man. I'll color forms it together. It'll be fine.
Cover D by Bjorn Berens.
Hey, where did you get that? Well, it wasn't created so much as made. It's a craft project.
Maybe I should just start working on those sketch covers while we do the show for the next few weeks and I'll get them done.
That would be great.
All right.
I could do it like a live sketch, you know, like everybody does when they pop on, like when Ken comes on, right? It won't be quite the same, obviously. Because I'll be like, I don't know.
Exactly.
Do you see do those squigglies look like Pumpkinhead to you? Because I don't think
All right. Cover
there was
F.
my first attempt, John, was that I was like, that doesn't look like Pumpkinhead at all.
Oh no, that doesn't. But you know what? You have to do. Can you do Linus? Because do Linus in the Pumpkinhead patch.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
I'm waiting. I'm here.
Cover F, 1:10 ratio by Bjorn Berens. It's the Virgin. And we have that one for 10.
Could you imagine that? Robbie and Tracy on Mugging.
And then I'm on there, I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to draw something?
That should be a pay-per-view. I would pay to watch that.
Cover G, the 1:10 ratio by Michael Cho. It's a Virgin. And we have this one for 10. Then cover H, the 1:15 ratio by Jay Lee, Virgin. And we have that one for 15. Then cover I, the 1:15 Francesco Mattina, Virgin. And we have that for 15. Then cover A by Jay Lee. Oh, Silverhawks number 9. Cover A by Jay Lee.
Oh, didn't Dynamite got the rights to do something from Jay Lee? What was it? Murder.
What's it called?
Hellshock?
Hellbound, Hellseeker. What is it called?
Hellshock.
Murder Shock?
Hellshock. There.
Hellshock. Thank you.
All right.
That's cool. I've never read that, so I'm.
How do you think that conversation went?
I think in the press release it states that like old stuff's going to be republished, so I'm really excited for that. Yeah.
How do you think that conversation went? You think Nick just texted Jay and said, "Oh, hey, by the way, when you turn in those Silverhawk covers?"
Well, Nick and Jay are tight. They're homies, right? They're like homies.
That's what I was going to say.
They had nothing but great things to say about Nick and his relationship with Dynamite.
Yeah.
When I met him and we bought him blueberry pancakes in Orlando.
Nice.
Super cool dude. And he always told me the most important thing to him in his career was he wanted to do a Vertigo comic. And like, so he wanted to do something in that vein. And I think that was what, was it Hellshock? Right? I think that's like what he was trying to do back then.
I was going to say that might have been his thing. Like that might have been his sort of, his Vertigo moment. I don't want to put any words in his mouth or anything, but
you're going to do it anyway.
No. I'm just saying, I don't know, but like Robbie is saying, I think that makes sense. That tracks.
It does. All right. Cover B by Cat Staggs.
This is what John looked like in 1976, y'all. By the way, R.I.P. Ace Frehley. For some reason, that just popped in my head.
Oh yeah, for real, right?
Yeah, first time I was talking to my buddy when we were at Scarefest.
It's been a rough year, man.
I was like, dude, Ace Frehley just passed.
We're just getting older.
I was like, Ace Frehley just passed, man. He goes, oh man. I was like, yeah, man, first like original member of Kiss to pass. And he goes, well, Peter Criss died. I was like, no, he didn't. Why are you trying to kill Peter Criss, dude? So we had to look it up. I was like, oh, he's still alive. Thank God.
Don't rush us off, man. We're over,
Yeah, it'll happen.
Everybody's old, man. Like Indiana Jones is in his 80s. Slow down.
God, I know, right? It's sad.
Well, that's because we don't see a guy in his 80s. I see a guy in a hat with a whip.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying.
That's why that last Indiana Jones movie got made. Because people like me are willing to pay $20 to see an 80-year-old man punch someone dead in the face.
All right. So then we got Cover C by Alessandro Rinaldi.
This is kind of a trippy cover a little bit. I like
That's a dope cover. I like that.
Yeah, this is sort of almost slightly, I don't want to say non-standard, but not necessarily like all the, like what we were used to seeing from this cover. Very cool from Silver.
Yeah, and it's like a slight take on the three moon wolf thing. Three wolf moon thing, right?
Hey, Kenneth.
Hey, Kenneth.
All right.
You know what, CJ? You're right. That does have a little bit of a Hellboy look to it.
All right. Then we have Cover D by Drew Moss.
What's in the box?
All right. So we have to take our last and final break. So we're going to do that real quick, and then we will finish up with Dynamite Books as soon as we get back. So hang out. We'll be right back.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra, yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like...
No regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other. And with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's going to be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
We are back. We are on Silverhawks #9, cover E by George Camadias. And then Marcus, here it is, cover F by Mannix.
No. I like that George Camadias cover. That's very cool.
Then we have cover G by 110 Ratio by David Cousins, Battle Damage variant. And we have that for 10. Then we have cover H, so 110 Ratio J. Lee, Black and White Virgin. And we have that one for 10. Then we have cover I, the 115 David Cousins Battle Damage Virgin. And we have that for 15. Then we have cover J, the 115 ratio Mannix Virgin. And we have that for 15. Then we have cover K, the 115 George Campbell Dias Virgin. And we have that for 15.
I would love to see this on like a wraparound t-shirt.
That's a good idea.
I would love to see this on like a wraparound t-shirt. That's very cool.
It's the same hashtag, Kenneth. And we do. Yes, we always do.
Hashtag EXP Monday.
All lowercase. Then we have cover L, the 120 ratio Drew Moss Virgin. And we have that one for 20. Then cover M, the 120 Alessandro Rinaldi Virgin. And we have that for 20.
You know, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't let many people know, but there would be signs, and the sign would be I'd be rocking this BA van, and this would be airbrushed on the side.
Oh, man, that would be awesome. On the way to Horror Fest 2026.
With the big bubble window.
Yep, you know it, man. Let's go.
Let's get a GoFundMe going.
Shag carpet, like seats that like you can like swivel around in, swivel seats. Like, man, it'd be so pimp. Black light inside of it, man. It'd be great, dude.
There could be a GoFundMe, and we could try to find like a TV custom car guy to do it.
All right, then we have cover N, the 125 Cat Zags Virgin. And we have that for 25.
Yeah, somebody get Nick to call Exhibit and see if we can restart Pimp My Ride, and I'll be the pilot episode. You guys can do my Silverhawks van.
Oh my God, that'd be great. See, we've been thinking, and
then we have cover O, the 125 ratio J Lee Virgin. And we have that one for 25.
Everybody hit that thumbs up.
They have. Sir, we have a certain start time here at Dynamite Comics. Employees aren't allowed to just show up when they feel like it.
I didn't get that memo. Did everybody buy copies of the Bob Layton Terminator cover?
No, we're just sending them to them.
Make sure you buy the Bob Layton one, guys.
We're just going to send them to them and bill them.
But
that Bob Layton cover looks amazing.
It does.
I didn't realize.
We didn't see Nick on that.
He does now.
Oh, no kidding.
So, guys, hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you have, make sure you're still subscribed and hit that bell for notification.
There you go. All right.
And
so
Nick goes
now,
home. It's been a long day.
Speaking of Terminator, here we are. Terminator Metal.
Ooh.
Number 1, cover A by Declan Shalvey.
Very excited for this book. I had Rory and Declan on, and their ideas for this book are wild and cool and fun. And the last series by just Declan was great. Now he's got Rory on as a co-writer. 2 heads are better than 1, especially when it comes to Terminator comics.
All right. Then we have cover B by Bob Layton.
There it is. Gorgeous. Gorgeous cover.
When Nick said that Bob Layton was going to do a cover for this, in my mind, I'm picturing like the Terminator designed by Tony Stark.
So, you know how like a lot of the times we talk about creators, especially like creators that had their heyday in the 80s and the 90s and their modern work. Like, for instance, I love Frank Miller, but we can all be like, it's not quite what it used to be, right? There's obvious reasons.
Well, yeah, with respect, of course, with respect.
Yeah, with respect, there's obvious reasons. But then there are people, I was talking about this last week about Dan Panosian, like how he's getting better and more refined. Bob Layton's one of those dudes. He has not missed a step. He's gained steps, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Then we have cover C by Sebastian Ferez. Then cover D by Ivan Tao.
That would be on the other side of the van.
That's the other side of the van, right?
And then cover E by Bob Layton. It's the foil.
Oh.
And we have this one for $19.99. Then cover F, the Bob Layton foil Virgin. And we have that for $29.99.
And on the inside of the van, by the way, on the roof, on the ceiling, on the inside is going to be that spicy Vampirella metal cover.
Justice.
That's Robbie's pick of the night right there. Somebody should buy that.
All right.
because Nick knows so many of these guys, I wonder how easy it is to text someone and say, "Hey, what are you doing? Do you want to do a cover for Terminator Metal?" That would be great.
So, Alberto, not yet. I imagine we're going to do one, but it hasn't come out yet.
I can't wait till Rex has to go. Here's the Terminator metal moi cover.
All right. Cover G, it's the black. Then we have cover I, the 110 ratio Ivan Tao Virgin. Then we have cover J, the 115 ratio Perez.
Honestly, if there wasn't, I think somebody just said it, Alberto, if there isn't a Terminator metal cover, I'll be stunned. I would be shocked.
That's a big missed opportunity. If it, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah. So you guys know when the regular issue comes out, it usually the metal lags behind because the metal takes longer to produce.
Yeah.
So
it's in the Fire Forge coming out.
And honestly, one of the creepiest designs out there is the Terminator endoskeleton, right? Like it's super creepy. That Tau cover perfectly encapsulates that. Yeah, look at that. Like, you don't want to wake up and see that. You know, you don't want to meet that in a dark alley somewhere.
Think about like the sculptor when this is done, right? How do you sculpt a metal skull with like, you know, an evil face? I mean, it's just...
it was designed by Stan Winston, but off of the sketches of James Cameron, right?
James Cameron, that's what I've read.
I got you, Robert. Terminator metal mocha. All right, then we have.
You mean Peach Momoko? That would be a real clash of styles for me. A Terminator by Peach cover by Peach Momoko.
Dude, I think that she's such a good horror artist. I think she would nail it. I think she would kill it. Yeah.
You want cover I? Just making sure.
Is there a checklist of what Dynamite Comics got the metal cover treatment?
If there is, I don't know.
Should I go out and get the publisher?
If you want. All right, cover K, the 120 ratio Bob Layton Virgin.
Is this an homage, or is this giving anybody like Barry Windsor Smith that cover of X-Men where Wolverine's got the wires?
That's exactly what I was. I thank you for mentioning that because it was making me think of something and I couldn't remember what it was making me think of.
All right, then we have cover L, the 125 Declan Shalvey Virgin.
The idea of a Terminator with war paint is even scarier to me for some reason.
Then we have cover M, the 1.5 Bob Layton black and white FOC bonus. And we have this one for $5.
When I first started seriously trying to like talk to artists years ago, like back in the 90s, early 2000s about comic book art and all this kind of stuff, they always said, has to look good in black and white first. Here's your perfect example. It's just perfect already.
Yeah. I mean, I love this because I love black and white, but I think like the very first time I read that like Kirby judged everything by how it looked in black and white. And this is a long time ago. I think I read it in Comics Journal or one of these like, you know, ancient fanzines or whatever. I was just like, my mind was blown away at thinking of that because like as a kid, comics are in color. They're called 4-color comics or whatever. And to think about, you know, like I'm looking at some of the stuff and I'm looking at some of the more modern stuff, like Kirby did, well, modern for him, like New Gods. And then I go back and I look at black and white pages of like Challengers of the Unknown. Like I get it. Like I didn't get it before, but when I can actually flip open two things and put them side by side, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
All right. Then we have cover N, the blind bag variant. Cover M. You got it, Preston. Hold on. Let me go back. Get you down for that one. Cover M.
We live in a reality now dominated by blind bags.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It ain't ending anytime soon, trust me.
I can't. No, I'm waiting for the Robbie Bills blind bag sketch cover.
Oh, bruh.
Right behind the other.
You open it up. What's in the blind bag? Well, you never know.
It's
you can't
blind.
open it. You can't open that bag.
All right.
Meanwhile, Robbie's just putting backing boards in there and sending
You just
them
wait,
out.
Rex. When I send you those 3, you're gonna get like probably 10, and you're gonna be like, "What?"
Okay, I'll hold my breath.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm not holding my breath. Not really. All right. I have no idea, my friend. I guess you don't get to see it. No. It will hair clippings. Mr. Towers, you got it, bud.
Well, yeah, it's on the cover there. It does say blank authentics and mystery variant blind bag. So yeah, that is a little. I get what he's saying. That's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I honestly don't even know.
You're defeating the purpose of
But
being a blind.
You send me an email, I'll find out for you. All right. So next up, we got Thundercats Lost, number 7. Cover A by Declan Shalvey.
I'm still waiting for Jack and Locke to show up in this comic, though. They haven't, but I still like the book.
Alberto, I can do that. I can probably do that. An all metal bundle. It's a good idea, Alberto.
Oh, you can call it Full Metal Bundle.
No.
Bro, that's awesome.
You can call it Full Metal Bundle.
That is a good idea.
And then all of a sudden Rex gets the call, and it's the ghost of Stanley Kubrick.
All right.
You know Stanley Kubrick died? Did he, though? Has anybody checked? Because,
All right.
If he faked the moon landing, he can fake his death. Right?
I was going to say, man.
He's chilling, sipping drinks with Tupac, Elvis, and Andy Kaufman right now, man.
I can't believe they don't know we're here. They're like a hotel in Chicago.
And Jimmy Hoffa is the bartender, man.
Tune in Wednesday. I will have something put together, okay, for the Full Metal
Bundle. Yes.
All right. Then cover B by Elmer Santos.
Oh, this is very cool.
Yeah, she's doing some Tai Chi there, man.
I was going to say, it's very cool.
Very Electra. That pose is very Electra with the size and everything.
Yeah. I'm wondering if there's a little bit of a maybe like homage there, or was an inspiration.
All right. Then we have cover C.
Yeah, the Full Metal Bundle will be more than $5.
Megan Hetrick. Yeah, I'm afraid so, guys.
This makes me think of Legend, especially the beginning of the movie before the Lord of Darkness like fully rises, and like Tom Cruise and the chick are going to like see the unicorn and everything looks so. That movie is atmospherically beautiful, by the way. So
I'll find Megan Hedrick on social media. We see you and I'll send the Legend gift. We see you.
All right. Then we have cover D by Marco Fela. And then cover E by Satoshi Shiki. Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
That's very cool.
That's cool. All right. Then we have cover G. It's the Declan Shalvey Virgin. And we have that for $50. Then we have cover H, the 1:10 ratio Declan Shalvey black and white.
It's got to look good in black and white first, right? Look at that.
And we have that for 10. Then we have cover I, the 1:10 ratio Shiki Virgin.
That's on the right hood of my van.
And then we have cover J, the 1:15 ratio Declan Shalvey black and white.
This van is going to need to be like a stretch H2 to have all the surface area to cover all this.
And we have that at 15.
It'd be like the new Bueller bus or something, right? Like sponsored by Dynamite. It'd just be covered though. Let's go.
It's the Dynamite bus.
And then we have cover K, the 1:15 ratio Marco Fela Virgin. And we have that one for 15.
Jay, it's funny you said that because there's like a few Facebook groups where people sort of are just doing like kind of like AI mashups, or maybe not even AI mashups. But there was one not too long ago where somebody did the Shadow as anime. And I thought it was very, very cool.
All right. Then we have cover L, the 1:20 ratio Megan Hetrick Virgin. And we have that one for 20. And finally, Thundercats Lost #7, cover M, the 120 ratio by Elmer Santos. It's a Virgin variant, and we have that for 20. And those are Dynamite books coming out Wednesday.
Heck yeah.
All right, so
it's a good week. It's a very good week.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so we got a little bit here. I've been wanting to know this since John missed last week because he didn't realize we were doing a show.
I swear to God, I'm just like, oh, it's President's Day or whatever.
So,
and also,
so you know, I
me.
asked the group, should I text you? And they said yes. Everyone was concerned.
Thank you very much. I honestly,
and I was the only one. I didn't want to say it, but I was like, but what if something happened and he died, man? We don't want to find out on air. That would be terrible.
Imagine Rex has got to read that on the air. Oh, hey, I got a text back from the coroner. And
yeah, no, but I'm glad you're okay. But I wanted to know, what are your thoughts on Jason Aaron doing Thundar, the Barbarian, man?
I don't know if they could have gotten a better, like, that's like almost like a perfect, I hate to overuse the term match made in heaven. We've kind of seen what Dynamite is doing now, right? Dynamite has added, in addition to doing like reimagining older characters like Vampirella and Red Sonja, now Dynamite has kind of moved into this thing where they're taking stuff from people's childhoods and they're adding more to it. I cannot wait to see how Thundar's world got the way it is, because there's sort of, and I almost want to say house writing style because it sounds disrespectful and I don't mean it that way, but this idea of we're taking properties that are super popular and nostalgic and adding to them, building the back, the side, the front to it or whatever. I can't wait to see how, you know what I mean, we get, you know, like Ukla Damak. I think that's like a story on its own.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And Jason Aaron's been killing it on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah. He's been killing it with Bug Wars. I loved his run on Punisher. He did good work on Conan the Barbarian. So I think he's perfect. And here, you said something to me. You said something that made me think of this, John. So, you know, all the time when they like reimagine a character or they do a movie or a reboot of a character, people say this movie or this project or this comic or whatever killed my childhood.
Yeah,
Dynamite is making childhoods better right now.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. That's why they pay Robbie the very big bucks.
Well, you came up with Full Metal Bundle, my friend. So,
Mike, the terms of my Dynamite contract are undisclosed. But the truth is, I mean, that's accurate. If you've looked at Space Ghost or if you've looked at Thundercats and feel like it's somehow lessened the property, I'm not looking to pick a fight, but I honestly don't know what to tell you, because I think overwhelming the reaction is that's not the case. I mean, these books are selling. There is
Mike, what's up, buddy?
There's a vibe. There's an energy out there for this stuff, which is why it wasn't just like Gargoyles and Dawn. You know what I mean? Disney, Mike, Hanna-Barbera, people are missing this stuff.
So Mike Asbill, Alberto, and John came up with a great concept. On Wednesday, we are doing the Full Metal Bundle. So I haven't figured it out yet. I got to make it up between now and Wednesday, but we will have a grab bag or a bundle of metal covers. So if you have any suggestions, Alberto, Mike, anyone, email me.
Is that Vampirella variant? Is that a metal cover right there where Vampirella looks like Kelly LeBrock from Weird Science?
Maybe.
Because if it is, that should go in the bundle.
All right. So I will do a Rex
Shannon Muir cover, right? That's a Shannon Muir cover I think you're talking about.
I'm just going to throw this out here real quick. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is Vampirella as Kelly LeBrock.
All right, so we're going to do a Rex cap just of not the new Dynamite books coming out Wednesday. I'll do that again on Wednesday, just the non-new Dynamite books. All right, so real fast. So the giveaway is Twilight Zone #1 signed by J. Michael Straczynski. We have the Dynamite 10-pack reader set for $5. We have DF Mystery Box, $200 retail value, and we're selling it for $85.
You can hear John flipping through comics right now, trying to like see what he wants to
I'm
snatch
working on the metal bundle.
All right, so then we have Deadpool #1, Amazing Fantasy #15, homage by Carl C.K. Kent.
That is a metal version of Joseph Michael Linsner's Barbarella.
All right,
That
then
looks
we have
insane.
Captain America with Cap cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99. We got it for $50. I lowered the price. Milestone Returns with Icon cover sketch by Dan Eilinger. MSRP of $149.99, and we had that one for $50.
I hope this project gets the reception that it deserves, because back in the day, Milestone was just some real like record-breaking type of storytelling and art. Really cool.
All right, so then we have New History of the DC Universe with JLA cover sketch by Tracy Medina. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $50. Then we have the New History of DC Universe with Superman cover sketch by Will Torres. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $50. Then we have Batman #657. It's between 8.0 and 8.5, and we have it for $15. Then we have Marvel Legacy #1. It's 9.4, and we have that one for $10. American Mythology Monsters #1. It's 9.4, and we have that one for $10. Then we have Something is Killing the Children #9. It's 9.4, and we have that one for $25. Then Something is Killing the Children #16 is 9.4, and we have that one for $10. Then we have Dynamite #1, limited edition Virgin by Arthur Sudan. It's a 9.4, and we have that one for $50. Then metal covers, the ones from last week. Barbarella #2, premium metal cover by Joseph Michael Linsner. MSRP of $100, and we have for $50. Betty Page, premium metal cover by Linsner. Also for $50, half price.
Robbie's pick of the night. Somebody better buy this, or I'll be very disappointed.
Then we have Vampirella #4, metal cover by Lucio Carrillo. MSRP of $100, and we have for $50. Then we have Red Sonja versus the Army of Darkness #5, metal cover by Tom Rainey.
This is such a fun one.
And we have that one for $50. And then Invincible Red Sonja #10, premium metal cover by Carla Cohen. And we had this one for $50.
This might be one of the most unique takes I've seen on Red Sonja. Like what she looks like. There's like a realistic image here.
Right.
And this is just, I think this is just a very unique, take the artist has here. It's
all right.
Cool.
This is what Red Sonja did after she won Star Search for spokesmodel.
Immortal Red Sonja #6, metal Virgin cover by Linsner, and we had that for $50. Then last one is Unbreakable Red Sonja #1, metal Virgin cover by Lucio Carrillo, and we have that one for $50. And those are the books of the night.
When's the last time anybody heard a Star Search reference? Think about that.
That's been a while.
It's been a long time, my friend.
That's why I'm an award winner YouTuber. So
yep.
All right, so let's do the drawing. Jay, if you would. Let's spin that wheel.
Good luck, everybody. No whammies.
And the winner is
me, Alberto.
Congrats.
Oh, this is perfect. It's his 91st birthday today. So happy birthday and congratulations.
You can believe it, Alberto alone.
What, it's not his birthday?
He's 91 today, John.
Oh.
It jumps every 20 years every time we talk about it.
He misses his octogenarian status.
All right, so I will be back on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget, Nick will be here on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern for his original art show. Robbie has his Horrorfest movie night. It is yet another Argento movie.
Mother of Tears.
Apparently, according to Robbie, not a very good one. But he will be on his channel, PCP, at 9 p.m. Eastern. And Jay, anything else going on?
Night Triple B. Of course, check out Triple B's out, but of course, check out Triple B on YouTube. His unboxing shows, just awesome. The joy he has in getting the books is real, like infectious as you're watching the show.
So Jay, what else we got coming up tonight?
So obviously you want to watch PCP movie night, but after that, come back to the experience at 11 Eastern, 10 Central for Best Coast Comics, where they are going to be. That's not the right picture. There we go.
That's always
wait, they're going to be talking about Robbie and Robert.
Well, that'd be awesome. But they actually they have an interview with Edward Lilly, the creator behind Eno, the Desert King. It's a comic coming to Kickstarter. Humanoids publisher filing for bankruptcy, 30 Days a Night being back, and they're also going to show off their community art that CJ is usually a part of. So,
very cool. All right, so don't go anywhere. Check out PCP and the Horror Fest tonight at 9, and then come back to the XP for Best Coast Comics at 11. And other than that, I will be back Wednesday. As always, appreciate you guys. And thank you, Jay. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, John.
Have a great week, everybody.
Peace.